What if I told you that one of the most iconic action heroes of the 21st century changed how Hollywood trains with firearms by using real combat techniques? This isn't just cinematic flair. It's tactical genius wrapped in bullets and blood. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the weapons of John Wick aren't just props, they're character-defining instruments of vengeance. When John Wick hit theaters in 2014, it didn't just revive Keanu Reeves' action career, it set a new standard for cinematic realism in gunfights. Gone were the days of spray and pray shootouts and endless bullets. In came the age of gun fu, a brutal, fluid style that blended martial arts precision with tactical firearm use. In this video, we'll dive into the real weapons used by John Wick in his first rampage, their modifications, their real-world specs, and why each one was deliberately chosen to reflect his legendary reputation. The moment John Wick opens that concrete vault under his home, we witness more than a stash of firearms, we witness the resurrection of a killer. His primary sidearm? The Heckler Koch P30L, chambered in 9mm Luger. But this isn't just a stock pistol off the shelf. This weapon is a statement. Modified with a custom compensator, a fiber optic front sight, and an extended slide, it's built for rapid follow-up shots and tight grouping under pressure. Every time John fires, the recoil is minimal, the follow-up shot is instant, and the kill is clean. But here's what you might not know. The compensator isn't just for looks. It reduces muzzle rise, allowing Wick to stay locked on target and dispatch enemies with chilling precision. And in the real world, this pistol is no less respected. It's used by elite units across Germany, Norway, Singapore, and even the US Border Patrol. What makes it so special? The ergonomic grip has 27 possible configurations. That means no matter the hand, no matter the shooter, it fits like an extension of the body. Let's pause here. Think about that. A pistol designed to fit any shooter perfectly, in the hands of the most lethal man alive. It's not just a tool. It's the perfect instrument of vengeance. When things get messy, and they always do, John Wick reaches for his backup, the Glock 26. Nicknamed the Baby Glock, this subcompact pistol is simple, effective, and brutally reliable. In the film, it's tucked away, ready to go at a moment's notice. No frills, no flash, just function. And that's exactly the point. In John Wick's world, every move is deliberate. Even his choice of a completely unmodified Glock tells us something. It says, "I don't need fancy gear to kill you. I just need a clean shot." In the real world, the Glock 26 holds 10 rounds and can accept larger Glock magazines in emergencies. It's light, it's durable, and it's trusted by law enforcement around the globe. But here's the moment that really turns heads. During the Red Circle scene, Wick performs a textbook failure drill, 2 shots to the chest, 1 to the head. This isn't just choreographed coolness. It's actual tactical doctrine used by elite operators. Let that sink in. The filmmakers didn't just film action, they filmed accuracy. When John Wick goes to war, brings a rifle. Enter the Firearms CA-415, a civilian clone of the legendary HK-416. It's John's weapon of choice during his assault on the church and the brutal shootout in the parking lot. Fitted with an EOTech holographic sight, a vertical foregrip, and a Magpul 30-round magazine, this rifle is the very image of modern close-quarters combat. But why choose this particular weapon? The original HK-416 was the gun that killed Osama bin Laden. Its short-stroke piston system is known for reliability under extreme conditions, a favorite of Navy SEALs and Delta Force alike. And here's where things get symbolic. John doesn't just use this rifle, he brings it into a church, a sacred space, turned into a battlefield. That's not just action, that's message. It tells us that nothing is sacred anymore, not when John is in pursuit. He's not just fighting, he's making a statement with a rifle that defines elite lethality. You've seen John Wick fighting tight corridors, dance through clubs, and shoot his way through churches. But there's one scene where he becomes a ghost. The weapon? Desert Tech SRS, the Stealth Recon Scout. A bolt-action sniper rifle like no other. Now, this isn't your granddad's sniper rifle. Thanks to its bullpup design, the SRS is 11 inches shorter than conventional rifles without sacrificing barrel length or power. It's compact. It's modular. And most importantly, it's silent death from a mile away. This platform was designed to fire .338 Lapua Magnum, among the most powerful sniper rounds available. But it's also multi-caliber, meaning John can adapt it to his environment. That level of tactical flexibility? Yeah, that's not Hollywood nonsense, that's real-world special ops gear. So what does this tell us? When John takes the SRS to hit ISF's safe house, it's not just an ambush. It's a precision strike, launched with cold calculation. This is where we see a different kind of John Wick. Not just the brawler, but the sniper, the surgeon, the predator in the shadows. A single shot, perfectly placed. No wasted bullets, no mercy. Now let's crank up the brutality. There's a moment blink, and you'll miss it where John Wick steps out of a New York building and unloads a blast of pure destruction. That's no regular shotgun. That's the Kel-Tec KSG tactical monster in bullpup form. Two things make this beast unique. First, it's dual tube fed, holding up to 14 rounds of 12-gauge ammunition. Second, it's short and maneuverable, making it ideal for tight spaces, stairwells, or ambush exits. John doesn't just use the KSG. He owns the chaos with it. In real life, the KSG has a cult following. It's innovative, high capacity, but it's also controversial. Some shooters love it, others find it awkward to reload or handle. But for Wick, that doesn't matter. What he needs is power in a confined space. And the KSG delivers like a sledgehammer. It shows us a simple truth. In close quarters, finesse takes a back seat to firepower. And John knows exactly when to switch tactics. So how does Keanu Reeves make all of this look so effortless? The answer lies behind the scenes. Because before the cameras ever rolled, Keanu trained like a real operator. For the first film, Reeves spent 4 months working with experts from LA SWAT, Navy SEALs, and top tactical instructors. His regime wasn't just about looking cool, it was about becoming dangerous. Every draw, reload, shot placement was based on real tactics used by law enforcement and military professionals. Let's talk about one standout technique. The center axis relock stance, or CAR. You've seen it. It's the close-in shooting posture where the pistol is turned and pulled tight into the body. This method, created by Paul Castle, is not Hollywood fantasy. It's taught for close-quarters combat where space is limited and threats are within arm's reach. But here's what makes John Wick different. It doesn't just use CAR. It integrates gunplay with judo throws, jiu-jitsu submissions, and knife fighting in a single motion. It's gun-fond, it's a martial art all its own. And the best part? Because Reeves did all of it himself, the filmmakers could use long takes, no shaky cam, no CGI cheats. That's why it feels so real. Because, honestly, it is. John Wick doesn't just look realistic, it feels real. And that's not a coincidence. It's the result of a deliberate decision: use real firearms, modified for absolute safety. These aren't toys. The guns used on set are genuine, but converted to fire-blank ammunition, live powder, no projectile. And even that comes with risk. So how do they pull it off? No bullet should ever be on set, said director Chad Stahelski. Safety is the first step toward realism. To maintain that balance, they employ rubber guns for stunts, airsoft replicas for fast motion, and digital enhancements for muzzle flashes and shell ejections. So yes, what you see is based on truth. But behind the trigger is an invisible army of safety experts, ensuring every shot fired is cinematic, not catastrophic. If there's one person who shaped the way John Wick fights, it's Chad Stahelski, a former stuntman, a martial artist, and most importantly, a man who knows what tragedy looks like. Stahelski was Brandon Lee's stunt double on The Crow, the film where Lee was accidentally killed by a prop gun loaded with a live round. That event changed him forever. So when he directed John Wick, he brought in 6 months of stunt prep, gun training for every actor, and an ironclad policy. Real guns, real training, 0 bullets. This wasn't just to prevent accidents, it was to unlock authenticity. Because when actors are properly trained, you can shoot longer takes, capture real-time reloads, and eliminate the fake, shaky camera nonsense. Safety didn't limit the vision. It enabled it. By the time the credits rolled on John Wick 2014, the world had changed. Not because of a box office record, but because it proved something. that you can make violence meaningful, not mindless. Each gun in John's arsenal wasn't just picked for flash, it was chosen to reflect his method, his history, and his philosophy. The P30L is precision. The Glock 26 is backup instinct. The CA-415 is dominance. The SRS is cold, calculating distance. The KSG is brutality when there's no time to think. Together, they are the language of John Wick. A language written in recoil, in footwork, in clean final shots. So the next time someone says action movies are brainless, show them John Wick and tell them, this is what happens when you take guns seriously. We've broken down the weapons, the tactics, the training, and the philosophy behind John Wick, 2014. But there's still so much more to explore in the sequels. Want to see how his arsenal evolves? Or how Keanu trains with shotguns like a real-world 3-gun champion? Then hit subscribe, drop us a comment with your favorite weapon from the film, and check out our next episode. Firearms of John Wick. Chapter 2, Tactical Evolution. Until then, remember, it's not the gun that makes the legend. It's the man who pulls the trigger.